Scarefest coming up, I thought I'd give you guys my take on what you should wear and what you shouldn't wear to keep yourself warm. So the hearse has been put up at the entrance of Alton Towers, which always means that Scarefest is getting really close now. I see they've put some containers at the exit of Subspecies. I don't know if it's going to be a different layout to last year. Who knows, maybe. I don't think they will, but they might do. Okay, we'll start with the base layers. I always wear thermals when I go to Scarefest. Doesn't matter how mild it is, I always start with thermals. Can never go wrong with a good pair of long johns. Always wear long johns. I just feel that if you wear your thermals then underneath, then you don't need to put as much on top, which makes your move easier. You know, when you're standing around in queues for hours, which you will be at Scarefest, it just makes everything a bit more comfortable. You're not gonna get cold, but you're not gonna have to, you know, lug big coats around all the time. As for the top, I do have a thermal underlay top that I usually wear, but sometimes if it's that extra bit cold, I'll wear something like this. It's just got the little neck thing on it as well, so that's just a trespass one. I mean, any sort of outdoory shop sell anything like this. Got the long sleeves. It just really helps with keeping you warm. I normally wear a t-shirt underneath this. It's just more comfortable. As for your bottom half, trackies. I always wear trackies when I go to theme parks. I don't see the reason why you wouldn't wear trackies. I think jeans are okay, but you get jeans wet, they're wet for the day, aren't they? That's it. Trackies, on the other hand, get them wet, they dry fairly quickly. So I recommend, well, what I always use are these sort. The reason I got these ones is because you've got the zip pockets, so nothing's going to fall out on the rides. And also these ones have little like air vents all the way down the side, which is, you know, it's great in the summer because it will keep you cooler. But also in the winter, I suppose you don't have to wear the ones with holes, but I still wear them anyway. I just think that it, you know, helps. Can never go wrong with a good beanie. Always have a good beanie. The oversized ones I feel are better. I did used to wear like the really tight fitting ones, but I found that the bigger ones were a lot more comfortable if you're wearing them for a long period of time. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you lose most of your heat from your body out your head, so it makes sense to wear a beanie. That's definitely a must. Socks. Ski socks, actually, these are. If you don't have a pair, get some. They are the best socks you will ever own for keeping you warm. I did have some socks that I bought from like Army's sort of shop. They were good, but they did not keep me nowhere near as warm as what these do. And they're really comfortable. So yeah, definitely get yourself some ski socks, because yeah, again, it saves with having to put loads of layers on top to keep you warm. If it's not too cold, just a hoodie on top is fine. Just any standard hoodie, nothing special about that. Just your usual hoodie is normally enough to keep yourself nice and warm. However, you do need to top it off with something. So it can either be just a thin waterproof coat. That's what I normally use. Again, there's a trespass one. I don't think this cost me a lot, probably 20-30 quid, something like that, but I've had it for quite a few years now and it's brilliant. It's not like 100% waterproof. If you're getting rained on all day and all night, it's going to start, you know, seeping through, but generally, yeah, can't knock it. It's especially if you've got the underlayers on, because it's nice and light. If you've got your thermals on underneath, you're not going to have a massive heavy coat on. So you can still move around and stuff, and it's, you know, still quite comfortable, and it will keep you really warm. And you can also, yeah, and you've got the freedom of, if you want to take it off and just hold it, you can, because it's not that heavy. However, if it is really cold, like it has been a couple of years I've been to Scarefest. I always take this with me in the boot, because you never know if you might need it. My ski coat. Yes, now this is heavy. This is heavy, but then it's a ski coat. It's going to be heavy. But yeah, definitely recommend if it's going to be absolutely freezing, get yourself a good ski jacket, because they're worth their weight in gold. You will not get cold wearing one of these at all. No matter how cold it is, you will not get cold. It's just, I have worn it a couple of times because I say how cold it was. I do prefer wearing the hoodie and thin coat combo. I find it more comfortable. But this, I mean, this like zips all the way up, and you're not going to get cold. Not at all. That's always a given. Gloves. Now I've tried a few different variants of gloves. First off was just your cheap sort of £1 cotton gloves, which are fine until they get wet, and then they're absolutely useless. And then I thought, right, I'm going to try some ski gloves. So I went and bought some ski gloves, and they were big, bulky things, and they kept you warm, but you couldn't do anything while you had them on. You was always taking them off to always get your phone out, or get any tickets out, or anything, buy any food, just a lot. You had to take them off every single time, which got annoying, because then you had to hold them under your arm, or it was just annoying. I recommend snowboarding gloves. These, I don't know if all snowboarding gloves are this thin, they're probably not, but I bought these. They're nice and thin, and they're brilliant. They keep my hands nice and warm. I've not had cold hands with them on, and you can still do everything with them. You can get your phone out your pocket and things like that. It's just, they're a lot easier to work with. So I definitely recommend getting yourself some snowboarding gloves as opposed to ski gloves or cotton gloves. As for footwear for Scarefest, I normally just wear trainers, which is fine until they get wet. I always take a second pair with me, because I always stay over, and then if they get wet the night before and they're not dry for the next day, that sucks putting wet trainers on. So I always take 2 pairs with me. I have thought about putting boots on, something that's a bit more water resistant. That could help. Wellies have been tried in the group that I go with before, and I think that's quite successful, but you need good socks if you're going to wear wellies, because otherwise you're going to end up with really sore feet. Don't put too much on though. Always have stuff that you can take off, and either have a backpack or take it back to the car, whatever you feel you need to do. Just don't bulk yourself up too much, because otherwise you're not gonna sit in the rides comfortably, and you're just gonna feel heavy walking around all day and all night with loads of stuff on. Also, don't wear so little that you're absolutely freezing. That's what I'm trying to help you guys overcome. Thermals is the key. If you wear thermals underneath, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Thermals underneath, waterproof on top, should be fine. Should be fine, most of the time. Let's say, just have a big coat in the boot if it's going to be really cold. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be like this autumn. Comment below on what you like to wear and what you usually wear at Scarefest, or any ideas that you think might work or might not work. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see some of you at Scarefest this year.